You're listening to the Jupiter Boys. The Jupiter Boys? Jupiter Boys. Is it recording?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jupiter Boys. I'm not sure what's happening. That sounded very crazy.
It's like the Radio Lab opening, but just way crazier. We were like, hey, Radio
Just
Lab,
one person.
take it like 15 times more.
Can you do that thing you did with like 100 people, but with one person, and in like 3 seconds? Thanks.
And the listeners aren't going to know what I just did, and nobody is. That was nothing. Anyways, we're two boys. We're from the planet Jupiter. We get together every week.
That's correct. We talk about things. Neither of us know what the other person's bringing to the table each week.
It's a surprise every week.
We keep it secret and we keep it safe. Quinn.
Yes.
We flip a coin of truth to decide who goes first. Quinn, which side of the coin of truth would you like this week?
I'd like the yellow side, please.
All right, let's take a flippy flip. It's yellow.
It's yellow. It's yellow for me. And that's going to be a good time if I find my questions. Now, you might be asking yourself, questions? Oh my gosh, is this a the Queen's questions about movies? Hey, welcome back to Quinn's questions about movies. The place where you escape your fears and you enter your movie dreams.
I feel like I'm in a movie dream right now.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a dream or a nightmare, but
it's both simultaneously.
so far, like in all my dreams, I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah, well, not very many people know this, but Jim Jupiter actually never wears pants while recording this podcast.
I Donald Duck it every time.
Every single time. And I don't like it. It's not good. I do like it. I was lying.
I appreciate you mentioning that for everybody.
What trailer for a movie
Yes.
knocked your socks off, but the movie itself was kind of dog shit?
Oh, there's so many.
So many.
There are so many.
Right?
I'm trying to think of one now.
Jupiter Ascending, for one, for me.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Although the movie wasn't terrible, it was just like very convoluted. Like it sort of needed 3 more chapters in order to properly do what like they were trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was just a little too. They jammed too much into one movie.
I get it.
I
I think I just caught it.
could have just caught an insect out of the air, like some sort of Miyagi protege.
Yeah, I did. But I think Suicide Squad as well. That one.
Yeah,
is
a little
big
bit. Although, like, I rewatched Suicide Squad when it came onto Netflix, and it was like not as bad as I remembered it.
It's pretty bad, man.
It's pretty bad, but like it's not as bad as I remembered it. Like
No,
it's like
it's
at
true.
least like relatively fun.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
right.
It's still like a relatively fun movie.
I definitely agree.
But I'm trying to think of one that like pertains specifically to me. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that trailer looked dope as shit.
Big time. And because I was like a big fan of the animated series, I still am, and Legend of Korra.
I didn't even watch it, but like I was psyched for that movie.
Oh, have you not seen it yet?
No.
Please see it. Please watch it.
I've seen like a few episodes and I couldn't get into it, man.
You gotta try again, man. It's so good, and it's coming out as live action series.
I know. I might just watch the live action, man.
That's the wrong way to do
I'm
it. Then if you can't jive with The Last Airbender, start with Legend of Korra and see where it takes you.
Really?
Yeah, because like
Okay.
you can like, I mean, you miss a lot of the story. You
Yeah.
miss a big chunk, but like it's like The Hobbit to The Lord of the Rings. Like you can sort of get by on what they tell you.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
What movie rocked but the trailer sucked?
Uh,
I don't know if I can think of one.
yeah, that's like a good question.
That's a very good one because I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. Like all I'm thinking about is Mad Max Fury Road, and the trailer for that was unbelievable.
Yeah,
And the
but-
movie was pretty fucking good.
Pretty fucking banging. I don't know, like I find like a lot of like the sort of goofier comedies try to advertise themselves as a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
in a lot of
I can
ways.
see that.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you'll see like for example, I don't think I've ever seen the trailer for Wanderlust, but I
Yeah.
can just imagine the trailer for the
Oh,
Wanderlust
It,
being
like, takes
unbearable.
It like takes all the romantic comedy parts.
Yeah, I could see them playing it up like that kind of movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I could see that.
and I find that like there's a lot of films like that.
Yeah, goofy stoner comedies for sure.
Fucking, I remember The New Guy. Like that was like a pretty fucking funny movie, man.
Yeah.
Like, and the trailers for that were just like the worst. Like
it's weird like that trailers have evolved so much. I don't really like a trailer if it shows like the entire movie. Sometimes Netflix trailers show the fucking whole movie, and you're
it's
like, come on,
great. Like, what else am I supposed to like? I've seen everything now.
Yeah,
cool.
They
cool,
like
cool.
just like break it down into parts, and you're like,
yeah.
come
I try to
on.
like. I almost try to avoid trailers for that reason because like a lot of the time now it feels like they just put like the 6 coolest scenes right into the trailer, and it's like, what are you doing? What you doing?
Save something, just a little bit of something. Are there any movies that drastically changed your perspective on life? Probably The Fountain, right?
The Fountain's a pretty profound movie. Like,
It's pretty profound.
it's like it fucks with you to like your core. But I wouldn't say it like drastically changed my perspective on life. Oh, there was a movie that I saw that changed I think like it depends on who you are. I think some people could watch I think it's called Baraka,
Yeah.
which is like literally like a 2.5 hour movie that's just music. Well, some music but like mostly just like HD shots for like 4 or 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah, you should
I
put
tried
that
to show
on.
you that. Yeah,
It was weird.
it's like it's good to just have on in the background. Like it's hard to watch as a thing, but you can watch it as a thing.
Yeah.
And it just shows like
It's like
places around the world,
Yeah.
and like it draws weird comparisons. Like it'll show like a crowd of people like sort of flocking around like a market stall, and then it'll like the next shot will be of like penguins like clumping in the exact same way.
That's so cool.
And so it keeps drawing these like comparisons over and over and over again, like the whole way through. It just like sort of keeps shifting its position on the world. So I think like that could like change somebody's fucking
definitely.
worldview, big time.
Yeah. Because it's so calming.
And like
it's
things
probably-
like movies like Schindler's List and
Yeah.
like the Ben Kingsley Gandhi movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Those fucking like those can like from our fucking grade 10 religion class, like both of those movies were shown to me in religion class, and they both like had an effect on me.
For sure, man. Trolls or Smurfs, fight to the death. Who wins?
Oh, Trolls for sure. Like
Trolls?
that's not even a question because
Definitely.
like there was actually a line of toys in the 90s when I was a kid, man. Like when I was in like second or third grade.
Yeah.
There was like this line of toys, and they tried to like market Trolls for boys.
Okay.
So it was like the troll dolls with the hair, but they were like jacked up, like
Yeah.
superhero dudes. Like look it up when you get home.
That's dope.
I'm telling you, like they were pretty fucking wild. Actually, let me see if I can bring them up while I'm thinking about it.
Trolls,
but I mean,
are,
even if you,
trolls win all day.
but even if you don't,
trolls are brutal, man.
let me
They
see.
do some shit. They get morally fucked up in the new movie.
Yeah,
The Smurfs, they're out of their league,
yeah, no, it's true. And like even the little ones, like I think could beat the shit out of the trolls.
Definitely.
Okay, so go ahead and ask your next question. I'll see if I can bring these trolls up.
What movie genre doesn't get enough Oscar attention?
Movie genre? I think we've actually had this question before when we were talking to Deepu.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Comedies.
yeah, comedies. but
superhero movies.
Like I
maybe.
said, well, yeah, I guess.
but
like action
no,
movies in general.
Action movies in general. Yeah.
Like there's like a whole genre. Yeah,
Genre movies.
suspense, like
Yeah.
thrillers or whatever.
like horrors, straight up horrors.
Yeah, you can have a horror genre.
It's like certain horrors should
I remember
win an Oscar.
I remember
'cause they're good.
pitching. I can't find this troll doll, by the way. I remember pitching one for like the best stand-up special of the year, and like yes, they already get Grammys, but like there's something to producing like a visually appealing stand-up special. Like
That's
Dimitri-
they get an Emmy though.
no, it's not a TV thing.
No, yeah, they do. They
Do
get
they?
an Emmy now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's an Emmy for stand-up
Yeah,
special.
John Mulaney got it this year.
Oh, okay, cool. So
his stand-up
they
specials.
they do get one, but I think it should
Perfect.
like they should get like that's a thing that gets released as a DVD. Then like that's like you can buy that thing. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense that it's only an Emmy.
that's true. But I could see that as a television event.
At least a Golden Globe. Come on, give it a Golden Globe at least.
Give it a film festival award. Give it the can.
Nobody gives any fucks about the Golden Globe, so just give them one of those.
Give them a fucking Sundance Film Festival first prize.
No, Sundance is like super highly
I
acclaimed.
know.
Like I think of all three of them, Sundance is worth
Would it
the
be
most.
Cannes? Cannes, right?
Well, Cannes and Sundance, I would say like are
And
sort of
TIFF. TIFF's pretty good.
yeah, but
pretty big.
TIFF's like
It's
a
minuscule,
dwarfed
yeah.
smaller brother. I
Yeah.
would say that like Cannes and the other one that I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
I'm baked as fuck, but yeah, those ones are sort of on equal footing.
I could see that. One more question.
I'm gonna have to go quick because there's 30 seconds left on this topic.
Smell-o-vision existed. Which movie would be the best smelling movie?
Probably Charlie and the Chocolate
No,
Factory.
not during that Nightmare Dreamscape. That would be a terrible.
I love how you were just prepared for this. You were just like, nope, not a fucking chance. But what about the first one?
Yeah.
Although even then, like
The Nightmare Dreamscape.
the grandparents' bed.
And the Nightmare Dreamscape.
There's no Nightmare
Yes, there
Dreamscape in the
is.
first one.
Come with me, and you'll be. And then like images start like flashing in their heads, like there's like maggots and stuff.
What are you talking about?
It's the scene.
That's the end of that
The
topic.
river scene.
I fucking
in
let
Charlie
that-
the Chocolate
I
Factory.
fucking let that go a full 10 seconds over because I was just like entranced
Hang
by
on,
this.
just 1 second. I gotta put those on the ground because they've been crinkling like crazy in my
Oh
pocket.
god! So that was a nonsense thing you just said because I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist in the movie.
Pretty sure it does.
I'm
Look it
pretty
up.
sure you've watched some sort of shitty YouTube poop that like you think is a real thing.
It's invaded my memories and made me.
It's
think of-
entirely possible you just saw a Vine once. And you were like, "That's amazing! I didn't know that was in that movie." Those fucked up images.
It's very true. It's very possible that I did just see it in the Vine. They did it for the Vine.
So my topic this week, Quinn.
R.I.P. Vine.
While waiting for my blessed terrace house to return to Netflix, which is happening October 9th, and I'm very excited about it. While waiting for this, I've had to watch a different television show on my lunch breaks at work.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing I do on my lunch breaks at work. I watch Netflix.
Me
to
too.
unwind.
I watched Malcolm in the Middle, and I'm on season 7.
Nice.
That was a weird noise. It was just me with my knuckle.
Don't do that again. So right now, I decided to check out a show. When I first started watching, and please let me get through this. I believed it to be called Oz Arc, and I thought it was a natural continuation of the Wizard of Oz series, wherein the great and powerful Oz built an ark to
Yeah.
travel across the Ruby River
Okay, yeah.
to explore more of the land of Oz.
That's right.
It wasn't.
No.
It's about a money launderer and his family living in the Ozarks, laundering money for an enormous drug cartel.
Mexican drug
And
drug cartel.
it's depressing as all hell, and lots of terrible things happen to everyone, and it's just indiscriminate and awful. And so I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
they show drug dealers in there, and ironically, the drug dealers are like the most fucking like hands clean of all of this.
Yeah.
Like the actual dealers of the drugs have more or less just at the point that I'm in the show have more or less just not even been in the show so far. All the people that are involved are like the launderers and like the management of this drug cartel.
Although there are drug dealers, aren't
Sort of, but I mean like barely. Like
are you in second season?
yes,
Yeah. They're,
But I mean,
they're
like,
very little. They're a
very-
very little part to
yeah,
play.
small part.
This is like
And-
but they're small. They're kind of like small fish. This is like the
So-
inner workings.
Right, exactly. So my and spoiler.
Yeah.
My question to you is drug dealing.
Yeah.
If you have a money launderer, a good one, seems like a pretty relatively easy gig,
Yeah.
according to Ozark. What's the best way for us to become drug dealers?
Okay. All right. Let's just incriminate ourselves right now. If
Yeah,
it ever
let's-
happens in real life.
First of all, spoiler, caveat, there was a summer that I
He's out of our house in the summer.
I gotta cut this out. Like, I'm gonna like beep across like this whole thing, except that was out of our house. That was out of our house. So let me just say, it was a great summer,
It was a wonderful summer.
and unrelated, but I was stoned 24 hours a day
He cut my hair in the street.
while high.
Yes.
I
I let you near my head with Ciseaux, with Les Ciseaux.
did a good job too.
You did very good job.
So anyway, drug dealing.
Yeah.
I personally believe that the only smart way to do so is to deal only in the naturals. That is the pots, the hashes, the mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Even like if somebody wants to do salvia or like fucking mescaline or whatever the fucking like the different types of mushrooms and natural things.
Ayahuasca.
I think that's exactly. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because once you get into the cosmetic, like into the chemical shit, first of all, you need people to make that.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's like way fucking more illegal.
Oh,
like,
so much more.
They're like schedule like a billion drugs.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, people don't tend to get like so fucking hooked on those organic substances that they like, I don't know, kill you. So
it's true. It's very true.
It's sort of like more of a consumer market instead of like an addict market.
Mushrooms are tight.
I gotta try them, man.
They're pretty tight.
You gotta procure us some mushrooms.
I've got to get it. I've got to get it going.
You gotta get a hookup.
I do have to get a hookup. It's probably not hard. That's
No, you probably just like walk down the street and go, "Hey, does anybody have mushrooms?" And some guy goes, "Yeah, I've got mushrooms."
It's a cop. Yeah, I got mushrooms. Here, man. We want to fuck. What do you grab? Grab mushrooms? 2 grams?
You want like 6 mushrooms?
I just got like a pouch full.
I got
It's like a
there's,
McCain.
there's one green sort of one mushroom, and then there's this one sort of a brown looking one, and that one's yellow.
I've got a pouch. I just got a bunch of them in my pouch over here.
So what do you think is like the best practices for a drug dealer? You know, like the best way that you can go about running your operation.
First of all, it's all online, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But see, then there's like a record.
it's true.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
at the same time, unless
of
you're running it on like
the
a
dark web.
server, yeah,
dark
that's-
web.
the dark web.
if you're on the dark web, if you're on a Tor
Yeah.
browser, it's theoretically safe.
What if you were a drug dealer
Yeah.
during the day? Hear me out here. Yes, and me here. What if you're a drug dealer during the day
Yes.
and you're a masked vigilante hunting down your competition at night?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Number one,
Shoot it at me.
when do you sleep?
You sleep when the job is done, and it will never be done because you always have to do that.
So you will die,
You will die.
or just like fall asleep in your enemy's arms, and then just they kill
Unless
you,
you're
they
Daredevil,
slaughter you.
you're gonna die.
Yeah, you pretty much have to be Matt Murdock.
Just be mad.
So
handsome son
my
of a
second
bitch.
question is, do you not think that like this vigilante who's specifically targeting
It's
only
a little
your
bit-
competition?
A little bit suspicious. Hey, wait a minute, boss. Why haven't we seen you and your arch nemesis?
This guy doesn't seem to be fighting crime so much as just taking out these drug families.
Hold on a minute. I've never seen the boss and Daredevil in the same room at the same time. I've never seen it happen. So either they're the same person, or one of them is just a very reclusive person.
Or I've just never seen them both at the same time.
It happens.
My mother and my aunt, for 30 years, never in the same room.
Never in the same room. They were married.
What? His mother and his aunt?
Oh. Yeah, that was a fucked up family.
That's weird. That's weird. Hey, man, nobody said my upbringing was pleasant.
Nobody ever said that.
Fuck, man. What the fuck? So what do you think? Like, so online? You think like online?
I think online.
So are you shipping it in the mail then?
Yeah,
Well, now you're committing another felony.
that's true, eh? Yeah, it's not good.
Are you staying domestic or are you going international?
I think domestic. You'd be fine domestic.
Well, you wouldn't be fine.
Well, yeah.
There's still a crime being committed, but you're not exporting drugs.
That's right.
Which is like a big, huge difference. Although at the same time, like I feel like the person who's growing and like producing the drugs, like that's the way that Jesse and Walt played it in Breaking Bad, right? Like
Yeah.
they just make it, and somebody else deals with all the selling and like all of that
The
like,
selling would be
logistics.
the hardest part because you have to have like kind of somebody who
We
like,
have to have
watch your-
foot soldiers.
Yeah, you have people watching your back and
And
making
like
sure
you
don't
can't just
get,
do
like, jumped.
you can't just do it by yourself. Like they had Jesse like slinging like a shit ton, and it wasn't selling anything because like having one person is nothing.
It's barely anything.
So
They
yeah,
had to get like a
I love how like
drug.
this whole segment is just like an instruction manual on how to deal drugs.
Yeah, from our various shows that deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Breaking Bad was dropped, like was name dropped in the pitch meeting for Ozarks. Or
Yeah.
for Ozark.
Oh, 100%. They're like, okay, it's like Breaking Bad, but instead of from the
the-
production, the manufacturing, it's from the accounting.
It's very true.
It's from the money laundering side of it.
But Walt launders a whole bunch of money in Breaking Bad as well.
Yeah, but
He's not as
like,
much. He's not as much of a fucking hustler.
He
as Jason
relies
Bateman's
like hugely
characters.
on Saul, right? Like and
Exactly.
that's pretty much what Saul Goodman does.
Yeah. Saul helps him out of any sticky situation he gets himself into.
Most important name, I guess, is how do you want to be identified as a drug dealer? Like you know how every drug dealer has a cool nickname, like has a cool like code name.
Quinn the Iceman, Jupiter.
Well, see that the problem with that as a code name is that it has your full fucking name in it. Like you're, so
Quinn Quasimodo
again,
Saturn.
you have
Quiznos, Salami, Mars. Is that anonymous? Is that anonymous enough for you?
yeah. So Quizno Salami Mars. Oh Jesus Christ! That's the end of that episode. Thank you for sticking around for this podcast.
I'm crying, Jim.
We're idiots.
crying.
I am too. We're idiots, and we're glad you're around for it. Whew. I just need to regroup a little bit here. Thank you for listening. If you really like it, maybe give it a subscribe. Maybe tell a friend. You can also like, review, rate, do all of those things.
Yeah.
On the various social media platforms. Sort of kind of news. We now have the Jupiturboys.com. So that's the Jupiturboys.com. Don't just go to Jupiturboys.com. It's not our thing. It's some, I don't know, it's in a different language. It's like in an Asian language. I'm not sure. It might be gay porn. So like, I don't know, it's Jupiter Boys. So like, who knows? So go to the Jupiturboys.com. You can see like all 140 whatever episodes are there now. And
wow.
there's a link from there to our Redbubble store, which is the Jupiturboys.com/shop. So you can just go right there and get all our designs. I just added the new Jupiter Boys logo to the merch, so now you can get the new logo on stuff.
Yeah, nice. We'll get another person to buy one of our pillows.
Yeah,
Like B-Rob.
like B-Rob, who's the best.
Shout out to B-Rob.
From the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast. By the way, I realized we didn't give him a chance to like tell people where they could find him.
I think we did at the beginning.
At the beginning, but like we didn't give him a
chance
shout out at the end. So you can get B-Rob at the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast.
Yeah.
He's at It's B-Rob on Twitter, and I can't remember what the Random Ramblings one is. I think it's like RRR cast, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think
so
it's
just go to
our Rob or something.
yeah,
like
go
that.
to It's B-Rob and you'll find it. So thank you to Christo Graham for theme music.
CrystalGraham.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, that is his address. Shoot those nuts.
Straight down your URLs. There's my little foggy bear that I grew up with on the lawn.
That's a weird thing to say.
Rodolphe Shark.